This is episode 221 of the Rise Up Podcast. We're a morning radio show hosted by Steve and Tim on Family Life, a network of stations across New York and Pennsylvania. This podcast is a weekly conversation designed to help you think and laugh and keep your eyes on Jesus. If you haven't already, subscribe today so you don't miss a single episode. And find out more about our show at familylife.org.
It's Steve and Tim helping you to rise up on Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
Times that, God's gotten me through something. I'm like, yay, and I praise him. And then all of a sudden, I don't know, it could be 2 minutes later.
Really could.
Really, literally sometimes could. And something happens. I'm like, oh no,
Yeah.
What is it? And I'm reminded to remember who God is, how faithful he is, and what he's done in the past.
He knows that we need it too, because it's all throughout the Bible. Like these remember. These kind of things come from the Old Testament, and it's just, especially, it's not like you never read that in the New Testament, but I love this in Joshua. I'm just going to start with the story here because they've just seen a miracle. The people of Israel have just gone through the Jordan River, not because they trudged through it, because God stopped the river. So you're not gonna forget that, right? Well, God knew there was a real risk that his people would forget what happened.
Yeah.
He had them do something very deliberate. He gather these stones and set them up to remember. Remember, I did this. Remember, I blocked a river for you. Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to forget that, God. He knows our human nature. Yeah, we are going to forget. We need to take real deliberate steps to remember what God's done in our past.
And God's faithfulness in the past can be our fuel for the present, what's going on. Like you said, those stones, remember, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot, Lord, thank you, which is a great idea. Sometimes you look at practical things, which is why journaling, which I'm not great at, but you write things down, you remember many times we write down prayer requests and don't write down God's answers to them. And if you took that journal and looked through all your years, let's pretend you did keep that journal. For those who have, well done. That's great, because when you look back, it's like, wait a minute, I had this prayer. Oh, yeah, he answered it. Oh, wait a minute, I had this prayer. Oh, yeah, God answered.
Yes.
Wait. So reminders of that, even written down, can be very, very beneficial.
I got a reminder to do that very recently. I was talking with my brother, who's way better at journaling prayer requests and writing down the answers to them. So I was telling him about prayer request update, called my brother, hey, that thing we were praying about yesterday, yeah, it was literally the next day. God answered that prayer. And I told him, and I love what he said. It was like he was keeping stats on something. He said, oh, that's a really fast answer. That's like a 24-hour. He's like, you need to write that. Yeah. And it's true.
Yeah.
I need to write that down because I'm still in the glow of it right now. Wow, God, you answered that prayer. It was such a specific prayer. You answered it in a day. I need to write it down. Not because I need to hope that he answers the next prayer in 24 hours. That's not the point. Not getting what I want. That's not the point. The point is, he does answer. The point is, he is faithful. The point is, that's his character. If he showed it before, he might not give the same answer again, but he's going to be the same God again.
And we need to pass that down from generation to generation. We have to keep learning that lesson as adults, but we teach our kids that as well. And as we're teaching our kids, let's say they're going through something, and you remind them about, hey, you remember when whatever happened and how God answered that, maybe not in the way we thought it was going to happen, or maybe it's still out there. But if we remind our children about God's faithfulness, but while we're doing that, we're helping ourselves too. Yeah. So, passing that truth and God's faithfulness down to the next generation is so powerful.
Well, that's exactly what was supposed to happen in Joshua 4, because, and I'm going to go back to that thing where they gathered the stones out of the river to set them up and to remember that God brought them through a river he stopped. You didn't forget about that miracle, did you? That's the thing, is the reason why they did this. I'm just going to read how it says it in Joshua 4. In the future, when your children ask you, what do these stones mean? Tell them that the flow of the Jordan was cut off before the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord. When it crossed the Jordan, the waters of the Jordan were cut off. These stones are to be a memorial to the people of Israel forever. That's the thing. It happened not just so they could remember it, but so they could pass on the story to the generation who didn't see it. Just because you haven't seen God do what you've heard he's done doesn't mean he's not still that faithful of a God. Listen to those stories when you hear them shared by people who have seen God work, and then write down, record, make a way to remember your own, because the next generation needs to hear how faithful he is too.
Communion. Do this in remembrance of me.
Yeah.
Just the basics. Remembering what God has done on a daily basis for us.
Yes.
It's nothing about what we have done, nothing that we can earn, or it's what God has done for us. And Jesus said that. Do this in remembrance of me.
Thanks for making us part of your morning routine. It's Rise Up with Steve and Tim on Family Life.
I had to read this twice. It's like, no, this can't be right. Let me read it again. And it really amazed. People were asked, what do you do for fun?
Okay.
Half. And I had to, what? Half of them responded, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean?
With the fun, that's what I mean.
Fun.
The thing where you go, wee.
Exactly. Smiling, laughing, doing something that doesn't involve like a password reset or something. Some of us, I'm not guilty of this one.
What's this?
Are professional task completers.
Okay.
Scheduling, answering emails, paying bills, clean things, then collapse into the bed watching videos of other people having fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Other people. I see.
Listen, God didn't create us to live like exhausted office printers. Have some fun.
Right.
Go fishing.
Yeah.
Play Scrabble. Take a walk. Laugh with friends. Eat ice cream too fast and regret it later because you ate it too fast. But even Jesus, many examples, went to dinners and celebrations. See, joy isn't laziness. Rest is not weakness.
Yeah, right.
And if someone asks you, what do you do for fun? Okay, try not to answer, well, I reorganize my spice rack alphabetically.
Although I know some people.
Well, yeah. Paprika is hard to find under pressure. If it's not an alphabet. Oh, paprika, that'd be a good Scrabble word, I think.
We hope the rest of your day is just as much fun as this. You're listening to Rise Up on Family Life.
Having two of the same coffee cup, like two of this exact same cup.
Ooh.
It's got its own perks to do that.
Perks. Did you use that on purpose? I saw what you did there.
All right, I did,
Perks.
but I
Okay.
did, but I was
like
kind
that.
of hoping it'd go unnoticed.
Okay. It doesn't get by me.
But not much does.
All right, perk along.
Coffee and puns.
Perk away. Go ahead.
All right, so I've got two of the same cup, so I can bring my coffee mug with me to work. And if I forget one in the wash or something, hey, I got another one. Well, I get to work the other day with my coffee cup, set it on my desk, start up the computer, reach out and pick up the coffee cup and take a generous swig of cold, not at all this morning's coffee. It's because when you got the same cup, you could have accidentally picked up the same cup from yesterday. And yeah, it was nasty. That coffee had been sitting around for a bit. Fresh coffee is what we're looking for. Fresh is the key word. Yeah. God's mercies are new every morning. Maybe they're new in a cup of coffee for you. New mercies in a day that God was in before we even got started.
Whew, that's grounds for something. I'm not sure what
I won't let that go. I see that.
May the blessings of the Lord be with you in all that you do today. This is Rise Up on Family Life.